Okay, I'm ready. Okay, here we are at Busch Stadium to honor one of the best baseball players to ever play the game, and a farewell from St. Louis to Mr. Johnny Bennett.
It's very nice of the Cardinals to do this. It's happened in other cities, and I feel very flattered that they've taken the time out to honor me. Recognition is a great thing, and I just feel like that any ball player, whether maybe not even be a ball player, but anybody, whether it be a worker, employee of the month, it's kind of nice, and it's very flattering, and I feel very honored.
Okay, Johnny, looking back on one of the best careers ever, what would be the most exciting time of your life, looking back on your career?
Well, I'd have to say, the World Series games. Obviously, being a world champion is, all anybody can hope for. As a kid, you always dream of playing in a World Series and being a part of a champion, and to fulfill that dream. Just to play in the major leagues is a great thing, but if you're able to play in a World Series and be a part of a world champion, that's probably the most significant thing you can shoot for.
Okay. Looking back at your career as a catcher, who did you find was the hardest base stealer to throw out?
Well, there got to be so many of them. Obviously Lou, I came along in Lou's prime, and Maury Wills towards the end of his career, but Davey Lopes, Lou, and Moreno, Traveras, all of them were tough. They made it very difficult for any catcher, and then teams started getting 4 or 5 different people that could run, and when that happened, then it got to be, and it is still today, and it's getting tougher for all catchers.
Okay, and also you're hitting. You're the only catcher to have the most home runs. Who would you think is the hardest pitcher that you've batted against?
Well, on a given day, most of them, but obviously I had a lot of trouble with Seaver and Ruschel and Ryan, Bill Singer. All of them were tough, and I think you have to go up there with the idea that every pitcher is tough, and when you do, you concentrate more, and that's the only way really to approach hitting.
Okay, and looking back as a catcher, how much do you think catching takes out of a person?
Well, it's very difficult. It's very tough. It's hard on the knees, the back, the arm. Everything has to be working, and of course with the day's schedule and the number of people that are running, it makes it that much more difficult. And it's hard for any catcher to avoid any injuries, with whether it be off his feet, foul balls, or his shoulders, or his ankles, or trouble with a sore arm. So they really have to take care of themselves, and they have to be given rest.
Okay, looking at some of the upcoming catchers, who do you think has the potential to be a superstar?
Well, obviously Carter has already attained that status, and looks like Tony Pena over at Pittsburgh's got an outside chance. He's got a good chance, really. Jody Davis up in Chicago swings a powerful bat. So there's some kids coming in, and they're trying to find it. Every team's looking for somebody that can do the job, and it's just not that easy to find catchers. So for youngsters, it's a good place to start a position if you want to play in the major leagues.
Okay. Can I ask a favor of you?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Growing up as a child, you've been one of my favorite ball players, and you used to be able to hold 7 balls in your hand?
Well, I haven't done that in a while.
Well, would you mind doing it for me today?
Well, I'm not going to try it right now, no.
Okay, how about later on?
Well, I won't. It's just something that we got by, and it's something in the past, and it's not that easy to do. I mean,
Yeah,
you've got to have your fingers ready for it, and so maybe if my hands get ready for it, I might do it later.
Okay, thank you very much,
All right.
John.